ए स्वर्ग प्रकाश स्वर्ग श्री प्रकाश गोसाई का नाम का झंडा देखो उड़ाते हैं प्यार से। हे आचार्य अरुण गोसाई ऐसे धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो। हे राह में जो कोई आए सबके इस झंडा के नीचे मिलाते चलो। हे राम नाम के गुण गाते चलो, राम नाम के गुण गाते चलो। अरे धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो, धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो। हे राम नाम गुण गाते चलो, राम नाम गुण गाते चलो। आओ धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो, भैया धर्म के झंडा। उड़ाते चलो, आओ धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो। हे माता पिता गुरु भाई बहन संग, अरे माता पिता गुरु भाई बहन संग। हे राम नाम गुण गाते चलो, राम नाम गुण गाते चलो। और धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो। हे स्वर्ग प्रकाश गोसाई का नाम, हे प्रेम से गाते चलो। हे अरुण गोसाई व्यास पे बैठल, अरुण गोसाई व्यास पे बैठल। अरे राम नाम गुण गाते चलो, अब राम नाम गुण गाते चलो। धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते, अरे धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो। हे राम नाम गुण गाते चलो, अरे राम नाम गुण गाते चलो। धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो, अरे धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो। अरे धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो। हे राम नाम गुण गाते चलो, राम नाम गुण गाते चलो। धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो, धर्म के झंडा उड़ाते चलो। आओ धर्म के झंडा उड़।
Thank you so much, Babaluji. Thank you so much for that wonderful rendition. We will next hear from the renowned bhajan singer Pandit Vish G, giving his contribution for tonight. Jai Shri Ram.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा रामाय रामभद्राय रामचंद्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पते नमः। धर्म का झंडा उड़ाते चलो। Let's give a big round of applause to Pablo Ji for this beautiful rendition, to Acharya Arún Gossai Ji. And you know, he's actually Dharm ka Jhanda Udate Chalo. He's doing a great job. And let's give a big round of applause to Dharmacharya Ji, our own Honorable Pandit Chunilal Ji. And what a beautiful evening, Ramayan in the park. I actually attend the Gita Pravachan every week. You know, I urge everybody to spend a couple of hours with Acharya Arún Gossai Ji. You know, feed your soul 2 hours a week is not much to ask. We feed our bodies 4 or 5 hours every day, 2 hours a week. It's time well spent. चीर के छाती बोले अपने पवन पुत्र हनुमान। So I would like everybody to kindly keep clapping. चीर के छाती बोले अपनी पवन पुत्र हनुमान। चीर के छाती बोले अपनी पवन पुत्र हनुमान। मेरे मन में बसे राम, मेरे तन में बसे राम, मेरे मन में बसे राम, मेरे तन में बसे राम। चीर के छाती बोले अपनी पवन पुत्र हनुमान। मेरे मन में बसे राम, मेरे तन में बसे राम, मेरे मन में बसे राम, मेरे तन में बसे राम। सीता हरण किया रावण ने प्रभु जी ने बुलाए। सीता हरण ने प्रभु जी ने बुलाए। हनुमान ने सीता जी को प्रभु संदेश सुनाए। हनुमान ने सीता जी को प्रभु संदेश सुनाए। हनुमान जी करके आए प्रभु जी के गुणगान। मेरे मन में बसे राम, मेरे तन में बसे राम, मेरे मन में बसे राम, मेरे तन में बसे राम। राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम, राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम, राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम, राम सिया राम सिया राम सिया राम। So I'd like everybody to kindly raise your hands and let's say Ram siya Ram siya Ram siya Ram. Let's chant beautiful names. Sita and Ramchandra. Sita Ram Lakshmi Hanuman Bharat Chaturvedi. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram. Ram Siya everybody. Ram Siya Ram. Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram Siya Ram. Lakshmi Lakshman ji ko shakti dekh prabhu घबराए. Dekh prabhu लक्ष्मण जी को शक्ति देख प्रभु घबराए। भोर से पहले हनुमान जी भागी ले आए। उठ बैठे लक्ष्मण जी लेकर श्री राम का नाम। मेरे मन में बसे राम, देख के रावण इनसे ना घबराए. So Ravan could never imagine that an army would cross the Indian Ocean over the Ram Setu into Lanka, and now his pride is shattered, his army and Ravan himself Ghabrana is to get very scared or worried. Beautiful lyrics. पलक झपकते हनुमान जी ने लंका में आग लगाई है. He burned down, Hanuman ji burned down Lanka. He burned down Lanka, all of it except one house. Can we guess what that one house is? That house actually belonged to Vibhishan. So it shows you that, if you chant the name of Sri Ram, which is what I urge you to do and clap, Vibhishan was chanting Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. He had a tulsi plant right in front of his house. And Hanumanji, out of all of the Nishachar, Bhoot Pisach in Lanka, he came straight to Vibhishanji just by listening to the name of Sri Ram, and did not destroy Vibhishan. In fact, Sri Ram crowned him king of Lanka. See how beautifully the magic of Sri Ram works. वानर सेना देख के रावण की सेना घबराई. वानर सेना देख के रावण की सेना घबराई. पलक झपकते हनुमत ने लंका में आग लगाई. पलक झपकते हनुमत ने लंका में आग जलाई. बोले प्रभु के साथ मिटाकर रावण का अभिमान. मेरे मन में जय श्री हनुमान. जय बजरंगबली जी की पवन पुत्र हनुमान जी की जय. I believe we're going to do Sundarkand today. That's beautiful. Sundarkand, so beautiful. Once again for the glory of Hanuman ji. Pavan putra Hanuman ji ki jai. Jai Sita Ram.
Thank you so much, Vishal Ji. That was a wonderful.
And no respect to the Dharmacharya neither, for he slapped me when I come off the stage neither. Just read out.
प्रभु नाम का भन्ने अमृत तो श्री राम जपने सिया राम भजने दिल से बोलो
groove singer, Auntie Sati. Thank you so much, Auntie Sati. And as I said before, Prak Sati. Or no, Arún Sati, but I can't say Arún. I have to say Guru G. Now I will do a short rendition myself, and then after I will have Maya sing, and I will ask Auntie Sati and Auntie Sati to continue with this version. Aha Kashtaharan, Aha Dukharan, Aha Kashtaharan, Aha Dukharan, Tera Naam, Rama ho, Kamal Nain Rama ho, Kamal Nain Aha Kashtaharan, Aha Dukharan, Tera Naam, Rama ho, Kamal Nain Rama ho, Kamal Nain गत में तेरी आभा समाई गत में तेरी आभा समाई तू ही सभी का साचा सहाय तू ही सभी का साचा सहाय तू ही सभी का रचैया हाथों में तेरी लगाना आहा कष्टहरण आहा दुःखहरण तेरा नाम रामा हो कामाल नैन वाले रामा हो कामाल नैन वाले आहा कष्टहरण आहा दुःखहरण तेरा नाम रामा हो कामाल नैन Rama ho, Kamal Nain जैसे सुना महिमा तुम्हारी जैसे सुनाई महिमा तुम्हारी नैवेद्यों में शक्ति हमारी नैवेद्यों में शक्ति हमारी सपनारियों का जोई दाता सबने तुम्हारे बुलाए आहा कष्टहरण हो आहा दुःखहरण तेरा नाम रामा हो कामाल नैन वाले रामा हो कामाल नैन वाले श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Thank you so much for that. Now we will hear from no other than the Honorable Dr. Don Paul Naran.
विघ्ननाशो विनायकः धूम्रकेतु गणाध्यक्षो बालचन्द्रो गजानन द्वादशैतानि नामानि यः पठेत् शृणुयादपि यः पठेत् शृणुयादपि. Most Reverend Dharmacharya Ji, Reverend Pandit Ji's mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, a special welcome and Jai Shri Ram to all of you. Tonight I welcome all of you to this beautiful tirth, the place where we all have come to allow our minds to be bathed in spiritual knowledge. By the grace of Lord Ganesha, tonight all obstacles will be removed and we will find that higher self in the process of this life. Varnanam artha sangana
रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च कर्तारो वन्दे वाणी विनायको। तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं कि वर्णों अनेक अर्थ रसों छंदों और समस्त मंगलों की करने वाली सरस्वती जी तथा गणेश जी की मैं वंदना करता हूँ। We bow to that Lord Ganesha, to Mother Saraswati. Why? Because इस कारण श्री रामचरित मानस का आरंभ नमस्कार आत्मिका मंगलाचरण से हुआ है. The wonderful letters that allow us, my dear brothers and sisters, to read the scriptures and to understand what they mean can only be possible when we chant the wonderful name of Saraswati and Ganesh. Ramayan Sumera. जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होहि रमा, जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होहि रमा, जो सुमिरत सिद्धि होहि रमा, गणनायक करि बर बदना, अनुग्रह सोहि रमा, बुद्धि राशि सुबगुण सदना, करो अनुग्रह सोहि रमा, बुद्धि राशि सुबगुण सदना, हरिओम मूक होय बचाल रमा, पंगु छरै गिरिवर गहना, हरिओम जासु कृपा सोदयार सुरयार रमा, गवौ सकल कलिमल दाना, नील सुरूर श्याम तरुण आरुण पार जनयना, करऊ सो मम उर्धाम रमा, सदा क्षीर सागर शयना, हरिओम कुंद इंदु समदेह रमा, देह रमा, उमा रमन करुणाना, ताहि दीन परनेह रमा, करुण कृपा मर्दन मयना, बंधु गुरुपद कंगना, बंधु गुरुपद कंगना, कृपा सिंधु नरूपहरि, महामोहतम कुंदना, Bandhava Guru Pada Ganj Kripa Sindhu Nararupa Hari Mahamoha Tamapunja Jasu Bachana Ravikara Nikara जो कृपा को समुद्र और नर रूप में है श्री हरि ही है और जिनके वचन महामोह रूपी घने अंधकार के नाश करने के लिए सूर्य किरणों के समूह है मैं उन गुरु महाराज के चरण कमलों की वंदना करता हूँ. Tonight, my dear brothers and sisters, again I welcome all of you to Ramayan in the Park session number, how much? 5. And 5 is a very significant number, my dear brothers and sisters. There are 5 fingers, there are 5 senses, right? All of us, my dear friends, look at our hands, 5 in number. All of these fingers are not alike. Every single one of us tonight have come for different purpose. For some of us, it's to come to be uplifted. For some of us, it's to come to learn something new. For some of us, it's to come to enjoy the ambience of Ramayan in the Park. Let's give our organizers a round of applause, everybody. And for most of us, the reason why we've come is said in this beautiful text called Manashodhanam. Please repeat after me if you can, everyone. Manashuddhi Karaniha Sadhanani Vadantiha Yajno Danam Tapascheva Japastirtha Vratastatha. The wonderful gurus, my dear brothers and sisters, prescribe that there are 5 things that we should do in order to purify our lives. The first thing is, say the word yajna, everybody. Yajna means a sacrifice, like you've done tonight. Leaving your homes to come out to a place where you can grow spiritually. The organizers putting aside all that they do in their personal lives to build this beautiful tirth that all of us can come to rejoice and to learn more about our higher selves. Then say the word charity, everybody. Danam. Danam. Everybody, danam. Dana means giving a gift. What better gift to give, my dear brothers and sisters, than the gift of your presence here tonight? Then say the word tapaha, everybody. Tapaha means when you undergo some sort of deep sacrifice, some sort of discomfort in life. When things don't seem to be the way we intended them to be, you still found yourself in a place where you can grow and elevate. This life will provide, my dear brothers and sisters, so many avenues by which we'll become full of anxiety and depression. As I always say, the plague has gone, COVID-19 has gone, but the plague of anxiety and depression still plague all of us on a daily basis. So no matter what we're going through, my dear brothers and sisters, we're coming for the answers. We leave the comforts of our home to come to a place where we can learn. This is austerity. And then say the word japa, everybody. Japa means chanting the Lord's name. When you chant the Lord's name, you begin to picture that Lord. That is why we say, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Pahimam. Say the word Pahimam, everybody. Pahimam means to protect. Protect me, O Lord, by allowing your name to create a form in my mind, so much so that my mind becomes Shuddha, purified. So yajna, charity, austerity, japa, and say the word pilgrimage, everybody. Pilgrimage is coming out of your comfort zones to go to a place. While my Lord is indeed at my altar and the Lord is everywhere, it is in satsang, my dear brothers and sisters, in this communion. Look how many of you are here tonight, coming together and singing the Lord's name. What will begin to take place in your mind, my dear brothers and sisters, is a peace that you're looking for in this world. Brother at the sound system, can you put this up, please? My voice is going to dry out. And put the chorus down. I can hear them more than me, right? Check 1, 2, check. Everybody in the back, can you hear me now? Yeah? No? Put the volume up, please. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. A little bit reverb, please. So, my dear brothers and sisters, because of this reason we've come. And we've come to echo that Lord's name. And when we can do so with a heart full of love, my dear brothers and sisters, the great Lord of the Sundar will indeed bless us. Brother, I can hear it here, but my concern is they can't hear. Can everybody hear in the back? Now you can hear? Okay. Thank you, brother. Please repeat after me, everyone, in prayer. Atulit baladhamam Hema shaila badeham. Liver. It's a liver. Danu javana krishanu Jnaninagraganyam Sakala guna nidhanam Balaranamadisham Raghupati priya bhaktam Vatajatam namami. अतुल बल के स्थान, सोने के पर्वत सुमेरु के समान कांतियुक्त शरीर वाले, दैत्य रूपी वन को जलाने के लिए अग्नि रूप ज्ञानियों में श्रेष्ठ गिने जाने वाले संपूर्ण गुणों की खान, बारणों की स्वामी श्री रघुनाथ जी के श्रेष्ठ दूत पवन पुत्र श्री हनुमान जी को मैं प्रणाम करता हूँ. Today we bow to that wonderful Lord Hanumanji, Atulita Baladhamam, the one who has immeasurable strength. Hema Shailabadeham, that wonderful Lord, my dear brothers and sisters, who has a mountain of gold-like personality, so he shines, my dear brothers and sisters. Danuja Vanakrishanu, and with this beautiful personality, my dear brothers and sisters, he begins to destroy the forest of the demon race. Jnani Namagragarnyam, and he is the first amongst the wise. Sakala Guna Nidhanam, that wonderful Lord who has so many beautiful qualities like truth, togetherness, forgiveness, tranquility, and all the wonderful things, my dear brothers and sisters, that allow that wonderful Lord to bless us. Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vananada Madhisham. It is that beautiful Hanumanji that is the leader amongst his people. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam. It is that wonderful Doot, that wonderful Bhakta of Raghupati that teaches us we should serve the Lord in thought, word, and deed, my dear brothers and sisters. Vata Jatam Namami. We bow incessantly to that beautiful Lord. tonight as we begin our reading. Tonight, my dear brothers and sisters, as we know, the Sundarkand is nothing strange to all of us. We've been looking at Ramayan for our whole lives. For some of you, 5 years. Any 5-year-olds in the house? 5-year-olds? We've been looking at the Ramayan for 30 years. Any 30-year-olds in the house? Any 30-year-olds? We've been looking at the Ramayan for 50 years. Any 50-year-olds in the house? We've been looking at the Ramayan for 100 years. Any 100-year-olds here? Yes, a couple of them are here, and they're the youngest ones. You know why? Because they move faster than any 25-year-olds. Nowadays, we have wonderful souls in our community, 90 plus years old, and Auntie Anna's one of them. All of us know Auntie Anna. And she moves faster than our brahmacharis at 16. As a matter of fact, when Auntie Anna moves, sometimes I have to watch, where did she go? And when you ask the 16-year-old to fetch that bottle from here today, guess what you say? So my dear brothers and sisters, it is Hanumanji who teaches us if we're going to be devotees of the Lord, we have to move quickly. Time is of the essence. 30, 40, 50, 100 years will pass. We've been looking at the same Sundarkand for so long in our lives, but have transformations taken place? This is the question you have to ask yourself tonight. In the case of Hanumanji, as we celebrate the glories, Sundar means most beautiful, as Dharmacharya ji said. It means most beautiful. And Kanda means the chapter. The chapter that is the most beautiful. Why? Because it deals, my dear brothers and sisters, not with God. It deals with the devotee of the Lord. And whenever the devotee of the Lord excels, whenever the devotee of the Lord shows, my dear brothers and sisters, that they can be a manifestation of the God. When the chela does well, the guru is happy. When the devotee does well, the Lord is ecstatic. When the son or daughter does well, mother and father are so happy. But my dear brothers and sisters, when the Lord sees us all, the sons and daughters of the world, doing well, that Lord becomes the greatest source of light within. Hanumanji is the greatest devotee, my dear brothers and sisters, and all of us have been hearing those glories for many, many years. But what makes him great, we will see in the Sundarkand. But tonight we look at a different devotee in the Sundarkand. A devotee that was being watched by Hanumanji from afar. A devotee like you and I, who was going through tremendous trial, tribulation, problems. A devotee who has sent multiple life rafts and took all the opportunities, my dear brothers and sisters. Who is this devotee? The wonderful Tulsidas ji writes. Sri Rama Jaya Jaya उन्हें देखकर हनुमान जी ने मन ही मन प्रणाम किया। उन्होंने यहाँ भी उन्हें देखकर हनुमान जी मन मन ही प्रणाम किया। उन्होंने यहाँ भी देख कि रात्रि के चारों पहर उन्हें बेट ही बेट बीत जाते हैं। उनका शरीर दुबला हो गया और सिर पर जटाओं ही एक वेणी चोटी और हो गई है। वे हृदय श्री रघुनाथ जी के गुण रहित का निरंतर जाप करती रहती हैं। The beautiful description by Tulsidas Ji, my dear brothers and sisters, describes Hanuman Ji as he moves forward in the Sundarkand. Having met Lankani, having met Vibhishan, he goes in search of Mother Sita in a place called Lanka. A place that was supposed to be so beautiful, a place that was supposed to be so full of riches, my dear brothers and sisters. A place that was supposed to be a place where people can enjoy freedom. A place that was full of gold. You know, it seems like places that end with Ka are the most richest places in the world. America, Africa, Lanka, Mahaika. Any Mahaika people here? Mahaika may not be rich in gold, but they're rich in G-O-A-L, gold. The goals and aspirations of the inner peace. Looking at the starlit skies in the Mahaika night, singing the Ramayan like they did 50, 60, 100 years ago, taking yourself back to thousands and thousands of years ago, where these same words were chanted, my dear brothers and sisters, for one purpose and one purpose alone, so that we can find that inner light, so we can find that inner peace in the face of all anxiety, in the face of all, my dear brothers and sisters, the things that plague us. My dear friends, it was Hanumanji who scales high, who ranks very high amongst devotees. Why? Because he is the one who is the difference maker in the Sundarkand. And the Lord is looking for us all to be difference makers in life. We can make the chapters of our life Sundarkand, but first you have to have that Lord in your heart. Ram, Lakshman and Sita. When Hanumanji opens his chest, who does he see? Tell me. Ram. Who is Ram? Ram is the ultimate truth, Paramatma. It is that which is beyond the body and mind. It is that which is the peace that we're looking for, but we've lost in the world. It is that Sri Ram that Hanumanji has found within. Then Lakshman. Lakshman matlab kya hai? Lakshman matlab buddhi. Buddhi is the intellect. Lakshman keeps watch, my dear brothers and sisters, while Sri Ram sleeps. When we are in our lives, ask yourself the question, is your mind getting the best of you, throwing you into sorrow? Or is Hanumanji and Lakshman, that represents the intellect, wide awake, keeping a watch and helping us through our everyday lives? It is one thing to pray, but it's another thing to start imbibing and inculcating these characters of the Ramayan, my dear brothers and sisters. Why? Because in doing so, you'll surmount the insurmountable odds that keep you down in life. Depression, anxiety, and all these things that plague us in the world can be conquered if we practice Rama, truth, Lakshman, vigilance, and Sita, peace. But Hanumanji looks on and he sees finally Mother Sita in a very desolate condition. Deki manahi mahukin ha pranam. As soon as she saw Mother Sita, Hanumanji bowed to her in his mind. Beta hi beeta jata nisi jama. Mother Sita, my dear brothers and sisters, had been sitting all night without any sleep because she was in fear. In Lanka, where she was supposed to be happy, anyone would be happy with all these riches. Anyone would be happy with all the luxury. The Ashok Vatika, my dear brothers and sisters, where she was, the garden of Ravan, was not short of anything. But because her mind was so disturbed, because she was separated from her Lord, even the beautiful things of the garden was full of shok. Can you say the word shok for me, everybody? Shok means sadness. Isn't that true? In our lives, we can have everything. You can have $1 million, you can have 1 million cars, 1 million homes. But does that make you happy? There are many people who have everything, but are still missing inner peace, my dear brothers and sisters. Sita's hair was tied up in a knot, jata. Krisatanu sis jata ek beni, and her hair was tied in a single braid, and she was dressed in very simple clothes, my dear brothers and sisters. Japati hirde lagupati gunashreni, and what kept her going was reminding herself of the Lord's excellence. Nij pad nayana diye mana Ram kamal padalina Param dukhi bha pavan suta Deki janaki dina Siyawar Ram Chandra ki jai Sharanam Shankar Hari Om Jai Jai Sitaram वे नेत्रों का अपने चरण में लगाता हुए हैं. That wonderful Mother Sita focused on her feet. She didn't look left or right. She was not discouraged by dear brothers and sisters, but she focused on her feet. And when she looked at her feet, she mentally contemplated that that was her Lord's feet. You see, you can be separated from God, my dear brothers and sisters. Our brother Boj went to Bahrain, for example, and he didn't see any mandirs. He didn't see anybody that looked Hindu in the Middle East. But you know what he did? He called me and he said, you know what, my brother? I didn't need a murti. You know why? Because of what you taught me. That Lord is not far away from the one who through japa, who through meditation, who through yajna, who through service to the Lord starts to see the Lord, whether you call him Jesus, Allah, Krishna, Yahweh, Ram, Jehovah, starts to see that Lord in everyone and everything, and most importantly starts to see that Lord within. And you know, that's what kept him going in Bahrain. Give Boj a round of applause, everybody. So Mother Sita, being away from her Lord, my dear brothers and sisters, looks at the feet of herself and sees her Lord's feet, her mind totally absorbed in that wonderful Lord. There's a beautiful bhajan that says, Man Shiva mein aise rama hai ये हम कहाँ है सारा जग शिव में दिखता अंबर शिव धरती उमा है मन शिव में से रमा है. When I look into the sky, I see Shiva and Parvati. When I look at the earth, I see Mother Parvati, Dharati Ma. When I look into everyone I see my Lord. I can never be separate. No matter what desolate situation I'm in, no matter what failure comes, no matter who comes and goes, I'm okay. Why? Because I see my Lord everywhere. Hanumanji looks on, my dear brothers and sisters, and see her in tremendous stress, stricken with grief. But within, Mother Sita is seeing that Lord. But even though we see the Lord within, the world seems to get the best of us. Hanumanji then chooses to act. And what does he do, my dear brothers and sisters? Shri Ram Jai Ram Kari vichar karu paai Kanu palagam rahan kai Kari vichar karu paai Tehi avasar Ravan ka Sangari bahme sola गंगा नारी बहू किए बनावा बहू विधि कर सीता सजाई बहू विधि कर सीता सजाई सामदान भय वेद विकार श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम सुन की सयार श्री सुमुखी सयार मंदोदरी आदि सबरानी तब अनुवाकन पनामर एक बार विलोकु मनोरा तीन धरियोट कहदिरे तीन धरियोट कहदिरे सुमेरे अलापति धर्म सले ओ श्री राम कविराज श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय रहा लुकाई करे विचार करो का भाई Hanuman ji, my dear brothers and sisters, being the one who's the hero of the Sundar Khan, being the one to help Mother Sita, being the one to help all of us, as a matter of fact, he hid himself in a tree, very beautifully decorated in a tree. He actually was the size of a mosquito. And some people don't believe this. How Hanumanji can shrink? How he can raise to the sky as a mountain-like figure? My dear brothers and sisters, when you have faith in the Lord, you do not have any doubt that Hanumanji could have done this. Whether he be as minute as a mosquito, medium-sized like all of us, or something as large as a mountain, my dear brothers and sisters, Hanumanji uses his skills at discretion. He uses his skills when necessary and never to show off to anybody. You know why I like our Dharmacharya ji? You see how simple he is? Him, Guruji Sri Prakash Gossai ji, they have one thing in common. He said they're brothers, but they share one thing in common: humility and simplicity. And when you're simple in life, when you're a sample, and when you're an example for all, my dear brothers and sisters, that is when people gravitate towards you. But when we start to show off of ourselves, when we start to do things that are out of our range, having not studied properly, having not done anything properly, no one will be attracted to us. Hanumanji was a light. Why? Because Hanumanji prepared himself, my dear brothers and sisters. He prepared himself from a young boy. He sought the tutelage of Surya Dev, the wonderful sun god, who taught him all of the knowledge that he knows. He had the Lord in his side. He had Sugriv, he had Ityadi, all these people who guided him, who coached him. And that was why he was ready to save Mother Sita. Hidden among the leaves of the trees, he was thinking to himself, come on, brother, now is the time for you to act. What should I do? She's sitting there so helplessly. She's sitting there in need. She's sitting there in trial and tribulation, my dear brothers and sisters. Ask yourself the question, when you see someone in need, how many of us step up to help? How many of us step up to help? And I give the example of the cell phone. All of us have a cell phone. When that person in need calls, do we press the green button or the red button? You have a choice. When you press the red button, you're actually having no faith in God. That person called you for a reason, my dear brothers and sisters. The Lord doesn't come himself, as Uncle Josh said. The Lord sent you to pick up that call and to help that person through, because you never know who's going through what in life. And because you didn't pick that green button, imagine that person could have committed suicide. This is the world that we live in. And I told you last time I was here what happens when you commit suicide according to the Manusmriti. According to the Manusmriti, chapter 1, what does it say very beautifully? That the one who commits suicide has to stay at least 10,000 years in that same spot as a pret. I know a pret? I know a pret? I understand Guyanese language. Pret matlab kya hai? Zombie. Now I know what. When you are in that same place for 10,000 years because you chose to end your life, and then you have to reincarnate as a crapo, as a grasshopper, fish, donkey, mule, chicken, and then go all the way up back to a human being after another 10,000 years, how much time would you have wasted? Tell me quickly. 20,000 years. When you could have been in the situation, seek the Guru's help, seek someone's help, and got through the situation that you were going through, you chose to take your life and waste 20,000 years? Only to be born as a human being again, to guess what? Go back into that same problem that you had 20,000 years ago. So who thinks suicide is a shortcut? Raise your hand. Suicide is a long cut. You know when the Van Wyck say, you know when the GPS will tell you Van Wyck clear? And you think that shortcut, buddy? Not jump on Van Wyck. 100 years now done and Van Wyck still there the same way, buddy. If you think it's a shortcut in life to commit suicide, you're actually going through the long route. But with the help of the Guru, with the help of Hanumanji, my dear brothers and sisters, we can and we will help the people who are in need. We can and we will take them out of depression. We can and we will, my dear brothers and sisters, help our brothers and sisters of the world rid their mind of the plague once and for all that's plaguing us today, which is anxiety, fear of loss, and depression, which means that my mind is stuck in the past that is not worth being stuck in. You know why? Because every day is a brand new day. Don't wait till your birthday. Don't wait till your birthday to say, oh, happy birthday. No. Celebrate every day. Why? Because this is all that you have. So Mother Sita, my dear brothers and sisters, going through all of this, Hanumanji looking on, guess who comes, my dear brothers and sisters? Ravan arrives, Tehi avasara Ravunatah ava, Sanga nari bahukiya sunava. Ravan came with a troop of women, and they were decked in very nice attire. Bahu vidhi khala Sita hi samujava, samadana bhaya beda dekava. And Ravan, my dear brothers and sisters, tried to entice Mother Sita. Set your imagination ablaze. They're in Lanka, they're in the Ashok Vatika. Ravan wants his way with Mother Sita. But Sita, being the ideal woman, my dear brothers and sisters, never falling prey to temptation. Why? Because her mind is fixed on her Lord. And when your mind can be fixed from age 1 to 25 on God, when your mind can be fixed from age 1 to 25 on scholastic activities, my dear brothers and sisters, when your mind can be fixed on academics from 1 to 25, you will not be distracted by anyone in the world. You will not undergo heartbreak, my dear friends. And what will happen is you'll be truly readily available for spiritual knowledge and academic knowledge. Why is it that in our school systems, our Guyanese children in particular, and my brother is in the back there, right? Our brother Rusa, and so many other, politicians are in our congregations today. Why is it that our Guyanese kids rank sometimes the lowest in marks in school? You know why? Because they're distracted. Why is it that the Chinese kids, why is it that the Indian national kids, why is it that those type of kids, the Russians, why are they doing so well, my dear brothers and sisters? Because they do not get distracted below age 25. Once you focus on that inner peace, once you come to your mandirs, once you're taught the Bhagavad Gita, like Vishalji, raise your hand. He's one of the best singers in our community, but he comes to the Bhagavad Gita course every Wednesday at Bhuvaneshwar from 5:30 to 8, and we deal with anxiety and depression. And you know what he's confided in me? He said, Acharya ji, because of the Bhagavad Gita, because of Sri Krishna's words, I'm able to free my mind from the disease of anxiety, and I'm able to live my life more peacefully. The only way we can equip ourselves to do well in life, having a lot of money is not doing well. You know, some people say, Acharya ji, I make a lot of money, I make $1 million a year. So what? That doesn't make you rich. Don't fool yourself. Doing well doesn't mean you're financially rich. You know why? Because you will live your whole life spending a little bit of it, because most rich people are miser. Oh, no, wait, not IDs here, not IDs here. IDs good. The people in Alright, the people in Guyana. My dear brothers and sisters, having a lot of money does not make you rich. You're not doing well because you have a lot of money, because that money could be a curse. The more money we have, the more burdens, the more headache we have, my dear brothers and sisters. We enjoy a thing for today and it's gone tomorrow. What kind of joy is that? When you find inner peace, my dear brothers and sisters, you have found everything. You think Ravan was happy? Ravan had everything, my dear brothers and sisters. But when Ravan dead, guess who inherit everything? He ungrateful son-in-law. He ungrateful son-in-law, he get all what he want. And not only that, Vibhishan, his own body, Vibhishan, his little brother, inherited everything, that good soul. So do you think Ravan was happy? My dear brothers and sisters, think. What makes you happy? Do not be duped by society. From birth, you're taught to compete. Isn't that true? From birth, you're taught to have all of the nice things. From birth, you're taught to get a job, to make a lot of money. But nobody is happy in what they do. And this is the reason our pharmaceutical companies, this is the reason our alcohol industry, this is the reason the drugs are prevalent in the world. Why? Because people are looking for quick fixes in life. They don't have that inner happiness that spirituality gives. You heard the name Matthew Perry? Who has heard that name, Matthew Perry? The Friends, he was in Friends. He was a star in Friends. Just today, they found and they charged 5 people with his murder. He overdosed on drugs. They charged 2 doctors and 3 drug peddlers with the murder of Matthew Perry. Why? Because they supplied him with what he needed to get over anxiety illegally. If a rich man like Robin Williams, who made the world laugh, if a rich man like Matthew Perry, who had everything, wasn't short for anything, committed suicide, what about common folk like you and I? From 1 to 25, if we have the spiritual knowledge that I am not the body, I am not the mind is simply something that will allow me to be confused. But if I can tell myself, my dear brothers and sisters, that it is my mind that is confused, and I am not confused because I am the witness called the Lord. Repeat after me, everybody. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. But I am the silent witness called the higher self that is all peaceful and all blissful, without anything necessary in my life. You have to live your life in such a way, my dear brothers and sisters, that, not like Ravan, you have to live your life in such a way where anything comes and goes, you're okay. Chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita says it beautiful. Agama apayano nitya tam satiksha swabharata. Things are coming and going, O Arjuna, but you must have titiksha. You must have the forbearance to bear the pinpricks of life. You have to realize that nothing is forever in your life. Therefore, be at peace in all of it. So Ravan, not understanding this, he wanted Mother Sita. The man had 10 wives already and more. But he wanted Mother Sita. Kaho Ravana suno, sumeka sayani, Mandodari adi sabarani. Ravan tried to entice Mother Sita by what? Samadana bhaya beda dekhava. He tried to tell Mother Sita how beautiful she was, Sama. You know, when someone's trying to convince someone to do something that they don't want to do. Hindu texts say there are 4 ways that they can do so. Say this after me, Sama, everybody. Sama means praising them. Mother Sita, you're the most beautiful thing. I'll be my wife. That's what Ravan wanted. When that didn't work, Dan, I'll give you anything, oh Mother Sita. Bhaya, when Dan didn't work, Bhaya, instilling fear in her, saying, I'm going to kill you. And then Veda saying, you're worrying about Sri Ram? I will destroy him. Come with me, creating division between people. So watch out for these type of people, my dear brothers and sisters. Having peace of mind means that the world is going to tempt you, especially our young brothers and sisters. And I'm so happy that this congregation is full with all youngsters. Sama, people will try to praise you. They'll tell you how nice you look to get their way with you. And this is real talk. We don't hold any punches. Back 10 years ago when I first started this, when I got back from India, I used to be afraid to speak. But I'm not afraid anymore. You know why? Because I see that in our system, and again, the school system says it all. My brother Rusat is in the back. Dr. Dan Palji is an educator up till now, doing so well. Give Dr. Dan Palji a round of applause. And he will tell you, my dear brothers and sisters, that our Hindu youth is falling prey to Sama praises from the opposite gender, and they're having their way with them, taking them away from school, cutting school. Mother and father don't know where children are. They're trusting the kid to go to school. But is the kid going to school? No, because he's missing something in his life. That person wants happiness, but goes to many people, places, and things looking for happiness. My dear brothers and sisters, Mandodari and all the other queens, I will make your handmaids, O Sita, says Ravan, I will make them subservient to you. Imagine all them wives there with Ravan, you know, wherever them go, he'll go, them go. And imagine Mandodari is his chief wife. Chief wife. You know? Chief wife. He is telling Mother Sita in front of her, I will make Mandodari your servant, I swear. If you look at me only once, I will make this happen. What did Mother Sita do? Trinadhira otaka hati vedehi sumari avadapati paramasanehi. What did Mother Sita do? Nothing doing. When Ravan says, look at me once, just give me one look, you beautiful Sita. I just want you to look at me once. You know what she did? Having Raghupati so engrossed in her, not falling victim to the Sama, to the praise, to the dana, to the gifts, my dear brothers and sisters, to the threats that Ravan would have given, to the separation that Ravan was trying to create. He was trying to separate Mother Sita from the phenomenon called Rama, that is everywhere at all times, that is in all beings, all creatures and all things, that is in every single thing in this world. Ram, Siya Rama me sab jaga jani. I bow to Ram every single place, says Tulsidas Ji. To that wonderful Ram that's everywhere, it is Ravan, a wicked Lagu Bagu that wanted to even break her faith in her Lord. Does that ever happen to you? When things are not going right in your life, does someone come to you and say, why you go man there for? Why you waste your time and go man there for, no man? Come a club with me, no man. Come let me enjoy myself and drink happy problems away. Hare, if you fall prey to such a distraction, it starts with vaping. Nowadays, vaping is a big thing amongst our youth. Vaping is a big thing amongst 6 years old, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 12 years old. Did you know that? You don't know that. Because if you ask Dr. Dan Paji, he'll tell you that many kids get expelled, right, Rusachi? 12-year-olds are getting expelled for vaping. You know what vaping turns into? Vaping turns into cigarettes then. After cigarettes, marijuana. After marijuana, cocaine. And the more money you have, and this is what we don't understand, the more money you have, my dear brothers and sisters, is the more access your children have to hard drugs and alcohol. So don't turn a blind eye on your kid. You know what I told the people in Minnesota? I just did a youth camp in Minnesota. 50 kids a day. You know what I told them? A couple of them were 6 years old. I said, if you're 6 years old and above, raise your hand. And all the 6-year-old raised their hand. They feel good. I said, you're 6 years old, I'm going to treat you like an adult. If you can swipe up, swipe down, and skip ad, you're an adult. Because if you can skip ad while watching Miss Rachel, 2 months old, a kid, 2 months old, took his mommy's phone, my dear brothers and sisters, and with his little finger so, he know for skip ad already watch Miss Rachel. So if the little picnic at 2 months old watch Miss Rachel, why is it that we're surprised that number one, the kid has ADD by the time he's 7 years old? Attention deficit disorder, they can't focus. The mind is all about 7 years old. Why? Because you made them look at too much screen time when they were babies, number one. Number two, if they have the brain to do so, if they have the brain, the intellect to skip ad and to go in your phone and find the videos they want, what makes you think they won't start evolving quicker than the generation that came before them? Nowadays, I'll tell you a little secret. I was at someone's house doing a puja done. 2 7-year-old girls were in that puja, doing the puja, nice like little angels. And then they went in the bedroom. So me shoes now, they're right where the room there, and the room open a little bit. So you know, me little nosy. Me bat me ear so. And do you know what these 2 7-year-olds were talking about? Boyfriend. So I quickly hit my head like this. Hare. They're talking about boyfriend at 7 years old? What about the 12-year-old and the 16-year-old now? What are they talking about? Now watch them picture this innocent, you know. That's why they need to be in the mandir. If you don't send your kid to mandir and a place where they can develop under the age of 25, you as a parent is the greatest enemy of your child. The scripture says that mother and father become enemies of a child when they don't fill their child's mind with spiritual knowledge. Why did they go after the vaping? Why did Ravan try to entice Mother Sita after having everything? He was still empty. He was still empty. He was still looking for everything in the world to make him happy, my dear brothers and sisters. But to the one who knows that true happiness is within them, to the one who knows that permanent happiness can only be felt within me. When I eat ice cream, I feel happy. That's happening within me. That means I didn't need the ice cream to be happy. Happiness can only be felt within me. So why can't I be happy for no reason? Ye Vedante. This is what we teach in the Bhagavad Gita every Wednesday. And that's why our brother Vishal is saying to me, and I'm telling all of you what he said in public, that he's cured his mind of anxiety. Why? Because when we are not distracted by the multiple temptations of the world and we're single-pointedly focused, what is called chitta ekagrataha. Say the word chitta for me, everybody. Everybody, chitta. Chitta means the mind. Say ekagrataha. Ekagrataha means focus. When you're single-pointedly focused on Sri Ram, even a blade of grass, my dear brothers and sisters, Trinidhari ota kahati vedehi, sumiri avadapati paramasanehi, holding that blade of grass between her and Ravan's face, she did not even look at Ravan. What did she tell Ravan, my dear brothers and sisters? Suno dasmukh ka jyot prakasa Shri Ram Jai Suno dasmukh ka jyot prakasa Prabhu Vinayal Vitarai Vitasa Prabhu ki malani karai nibhasa Vas मन सुमुख कहती जानकी रस मन सुमुख कहती जानकी सुध नहीं रघुवीर जानकी सत सुनि हरि आनहि मोहि सत सुनि हरि आनहि मोहि अधम नीरज धार नहि कोई ओ श्री राम जय जय राम everyone श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय सुनु दस मुकुट कद्योत प्रकाशा कबहु के ननन करयो विकासा असमन समझो कहती जानकी कल सुधि नाही रघुवीर बालकी सट सोने धरि आनहि मोहि अधम मिलज लाज नहीं तोहि. When Sita Ma set your matches ablaze, Sita Ma is holding that blade of grass. It only took a blade of grass to put between Sita Ma and Ravan. It was that blade of grass alone, my dear brothers and sisters, that Mother Sita needed alone to cast off all the fear. Why? Because when you have the Lord in your mind, there's no reason to fear anybody. What did she say to Ravan? Listen, O 10-headed demon. Will the lotus ever bloom in the glow of a firefly? Ponder this, you fool. Continued Janak's daughter. O wretch, have you no fear of my husband's arrows? Satusune dhari nahi mohi, adhamma nilaj laj nahi tohi. O villain, you carried me off when I was alone. Don't you have any shame? Do you not feel any shame in your heart, O Ravan, you vile, shameless monster? How did Ravan respond to this, nobody? आपो ही सोनी का जात समा आपो ही सोनी का जोत सम राम ही भानु समान राम ही भानु समान पुरुष वचन सुनि काढ़ी हसी पुरुष वचन बोल अति कल्या सियावर रामचंद्र की जय उमापति महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय बोलावे सब संतान की जय. आप ही सोनी का द्योत सम राम भानु समान पुरुष वचन सोनी काढ़ी असी बोल अति की सियावर राम चंद्र की जय. शरणम शंकर हरि ओम जय जय सीताराम. How did Ravan respond to this little girl though? Imagine Ravan, a big man, you know, a man big in size and big in age, must be 200-year-old. And Sita, only 16, a young little child, my dear brothers and sisters. Hearing himself compared to a glowworm and Rama compared to the sun, he got so angry at those words, and the monster drew his sword and cried, Sita, you've insulted me, therefore with this relentless sword I shall cut your head off. If you do not want me to do so, obey behest at my once, O fair lady, or you will lose your life. My dear brothers and sisters, when this happened, the beautiful Tulsidas Ji describes of someone who intervenes. And who is this? सुनत बचन पुनि मारन गावा श्री राम जय राम सुनत बचन पुनि मारन गावा श्री राम जय राम जय राम मैं तनया कही नीति बुझावा कैसी सकल निष्ठर निवलाई श्री राम जय राम सीता ही बहु विधि त्रास जाई श्री राम जय राम मास दिवस महु कहना बाना श्री राम जय everybody sing मास दिवस महु कहन माना श्री राम जय राम तो में मारव काड़ी कृपाना श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय 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 राम। सीता जी के वचन सुनते ही वहां मारने ढोने तब माया नायक दानव की कन्या मंदोदरी ने नीति की बात बाता कर उसे समझावा. It was Mandodari, my dear brothers and sisters, the chief wife of Ravan. Having so many wives Ravan did because he never had happiness within himself. So what you need to do, you need multiple people, multiple places, multiple situations to make you happy. But if you have a laundry list of things in your life that you think make you happy, when they start to disappoint you, where does your happiness go? Ask yourself the question today. Let's say you had a child and you had all of the aspirations for this child. The hope is that, I named this child Ram. I named this baby I have Ram, and I hope this child will be somebody great. I hope that he will be a light in the world. I hope he'll do good work. But as the child grew up now, you never took him to Mandir, so he doesn't know about, congregational worship. He doesn't know about the scriptures because he doesn't have a guru in his life. He never took the time, my dear brothers and sisters, to elevate his life spiritually, to find inner peace. And all you taught him as an adult was to compete and to get as much money as possible in the world, Because if you don't have a lot of money, people will not think you're doing well. But we know right now that all you need to do well is peace of mind. The greatest wealth that you can ever have, my dear brothers and sisters, is peace of mind. And that is what Ravan did not have. And that is what he was trying to take away from Mother Sita. But on hearing these words, when Ravan was about to kill Mother Sita, because she won't even look at him, and we look at the strength of a mother, my dear brothers and sisters, we look at the strength of our young ladies in society, we look at the strength of our sisters. Our sisters in society, my dear friends, are getting their PhDs, they're getting the JDs, they're getting the MDs, okay uncle? They're getting all of the things that they're working hard for. But guess who they're associating themselves with for a relationship? Lagu bagu. Bright gal, MD doctor, book, smart, read book, can read this whole Ramayana in 10 seconds. Can't make a correct decision made in common sense. Common sense is not a common thing. And unfortunately, the more smart we are, book smart, is the less we are common sense smart. And you will see it's a negative correlation. It's a negative correlation. You will see that if you draw a graph, if you draw common sense and you draw book smart, you will see that it's a negative correlation. What does that mean? The more book smart you are, unfortunately, this is what statistics will show you. Statistics will show you that the more book smart you are, the less common sense you have. And that is why our girls, our sisters in particular, they're getting the JDs, they're getting the MDs, they're getting everything, but they still go for the lagu bagu. Why? Because they like the bad buys. Pandit Uncle Danpal and Pandit Chunilalji often ask me the question, "Bhai, when you're married, bhai?" Non-gyalna like me, they want the bad boys. This is the truth. Sometimes in Ramayan in the park, we gotta lighten up the thing, yeah? You understand? My dear brothers and sisters, when are we going to start making right choices? Mother Sita's the role model, my dear brothers and sisters. Don't look at Cardi B. Don't look at Taylor Swift. Don't look at all these people that we look up on the screen and Instagram, and we look at them and we want to wear makeup just like them. We want to look just like them. We want to act just like them. Nah. God created them for that. They didn't create that for you. And when you can know and have faith that God created me to be somebody great, but under the age of 25, I'm going to have to focus on my spiritual studies. Spiritual studies means what? I am not the body. This body that I'm pampering, that I'm decorating is not me. When I look at myself in the mirror, I gave these kids on the stage, I gave all of them a homework assignment last night at Bhuvaneshwar. The Vedanta Bhagavad Gita course goes on every Wednesday. And you know what the homework assignment was for them? The homework assignment was, go home tonight, look at yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself that that's not you. And when you can look at yourself in the mirror and be convinced that that body is not you, it's just a fancy covering of earth, water, fire, air, and space that God fashioned so beautifully. Every single one of you is beautiful. You don't need no makeup. Nowadays we wear so much makeup that we don't recognize that person. As a matter of fact, true story, somebody stayed at my house one time, my own house, and came into the airport, came with all the makeup on and all that, went to sleep, and guess what? When I saw the person next morning, they said, "Who are you?" They said, "Excuse me." I had my hand on 911. And then I said, "Oh, are you?" And then I said, "Me just a joke. Me just a joke. Me know I've been you all along, but this time I know one thing." So my dear brothers and sisters, when you have peace of mind, you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, "That's not me." When you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, "That's that soul that I'm looking through these eyes with that's allowing me to see my body right now," because the soul is your mind. Did you know that? Your soul is your mind. And Ravan is a mind that is always on search for something more. But Mother Sita, my dear brothers and sisters, is the intellect at this point. She is drawing the barrier with a great blade of grass. She's knowing what is not good for her. She's knowing that all the peace that she's looking for in the world is simply right within her soul. And because of this, Mandodari becomes inspired, my dear brothers and sisters. Mandodari rushed forward to help Mother Sita, restrained Ravan with good counsel, summoning all her female demons, and said, go, intimidate Mother Sita in every way. When Mandodari held back Ravan's hands, he ordered the other Rakshasis to intimidate that poor Mother Sita. And what did he say? Masa divasa mahukaha ne mana to me marisha kadi kripana. If you don't obey me within a month's time, Sita, if you don't look my way within a month's time, I will draw this same sword and I will destroy you. Then, my dear brothers and sisters, somebody else came to her rescue. Somebody else that was even more powerful than Mandodari. Somebody else who, like Mandodari, had compassion. Somebody else who had a dream, a wonderful dream, where Ravan will be destroyed one day. Oh, Mother Sita, do not fear. And when that time comes, your husband shall rescue you. Would you like to know who that is? Raise your hand. Let me see. Raise your hand. Would you like to know about the dream? Raise your hand. Let me see. Do you want me to stop? Don't raise a hand. If you want me to continue, raise a hand. Let me see. Everybody want me to continue? Come back next year. So the time will go so quick, I tell you. I want me to continue for next hour? I don't think it's possible. But all I want you to remember is that Sita is you and I. Sita Ma represents a mind that is disturbed by all of the world's attractions. Sita Ma represents a mind that, because of the Lanka that she was in, and this mind can be a very beautiful thing, but if we're not at peace with our situations, it can be a horrible place. She represents, my dear brothers and sisters, a mind that is not distracted. She represents a mind under the age of 25 that is focused on academics, that goes to school, that doesn't look for vaping, cigarettes, drugs, and cocaine, that doesn't look for alcohol, doesn't look to dress up themselves every day under 25, but looks to find inner happiness and inner beauty. She holds that blade of grass. That blade of grass represents the fine piece of discrimination called Vivek, something that's very, very rare. Vivek means what? Nitya, Anitya, Vastu Vivek, knowing what is good for me and what is bad for me. Sita Ma represents, my dear brothers and sisters, the ability to know what is good for me so I can walk the path of the necessary, so I can do what is good now, so the world can never have its way with me when tough times come. Because not a matter of if tough times will come, it's a matter of when. And the one who is like Mother Sita, undistracted by the hungry Ravan, he's hungry for everything, hungry for another man's wife, hungry for Ram, hungry for Sita, hungry for it all, my dear brothers and sisters. Why? Because he doesn't have peace. And when you don't have peace, you'll constantly have a laundry list of desires. And when those desires are unfulfilled, you'll become as angry as Ravan. A good man can turn bad quick. A good man can turn bad quick if he is in the wrong company. So my message tonight is clear. If y'all didn't get this message tonight, something wrong. Something wrong. You know why? Because the message is, if you're under 25 years old, the priority should be mandir and school. And once you have that undistracted mind, you'll gain that strength to find your higher self, to gain that peace. Otherwise, the world is going to snatch away that peace, my dear brothers and sisters. But you know who gave Mother Sita, in addition to Rama, all those power to face Ravan and be so brave? Mere sunalo Maruti Nandan, kato mere dukh ka bandhan. He Mahabir Bajrangi, tum kahte hai dukh banjan. Oh Mahabir, even though I didn't see you in that tree, your mere presence in my life as a guiding light, watching all of the play and the tamash of life. I may not see you physically, O Hanuman, but I know you're there with faith. Kato mere dukh ka bandhan, Please take away all the bandhan, all of the burden in my life from material objects not going my way. Allow me, O Hanumanji, never to compare myself to anyone. God has made me the way I am for a reason. To change the world like a flower gives off its fragrance for no reason, without any discrimination. We're all built that same way, to give off peace. And the greatest thing we can accomplish in this world is not money. You're not doing well because of your bank account. You're doing well because of your self-worth, not net worth. And when you can have self-worth, when you have peace within, no one will be able to tempt you. No one will be able to take you on the wrong track. No one will be able to take you away from that peace that you already have. And you will find that inner peace with Hanumanji's grace. So let's sing this beautiful song in conclusion. And I dedicate this song to all of you who are here tonight. The tent is full, and it's because of your love for Ramayan and your love for Sanatana Dharma that has allowed you to once again be a part of this wonderful gathering this week. मेरे सुन लो मारुति नंदन, काटो मेरे दुख के बंधन, ए महावीर बजरंगी, तुम कहते हैं दुख भंजन। सुन लो मारुति नंदन, काटो मेरे दुख बंधन, हे महावीर बजरंगी, तुम कहते हैं दुख बंधन। मेरे सुन लो everyone, हे महावीर बजरंगी, कहते हैं दुख बंधन। मुझे पर भी करुणा करना, मैं आया शरण तुम्हारी, मैं जोड़े हाथ खड़ा हूँ, तेरे दर का बना भिखारी, तुम सबसे बड़े भंडारी, मैं पानी तुम चंदन, हे महावीर बजरंगी, तुम कहते हैं दुख भंजन। सुन लो मारुति नंदन, काटो में दुख बंधन, हे महावीर बजरंगी, कहते हैं भंजन। तेरा नाम बड़ा दुनिया में तेरे नाम बड़ा दुनिया में जग के सब नर नारी चरणों में शीश नवाए कर भव से पार मुझे भी हे बाबा संकट मोचन हे महावीर बजरंगी कहते हैं दुख भंजन सुन लो मारुति नंदन आगो मेरे सुख भंजन हे नारायण 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 Everybody go! नारायण 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 Everybody come on! Everybody! Coffee, let's go. One more. प्रेम की अगन हो भक्ति सगन हो मन में लगन हो तो प्रभु मिल जाएंगे, प्रभु मिल जाएंगे, प्रभु मिल जाएंगे, प्रभु मिल जाएंगे। प्रेम दिया तेरा मन में लगो। Everybody, come on. Everybody.
I think he deserves a louder round of applause. Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Ram, 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 Ram,
going home, with the knowledge from the Ramcharitmana. Without further ado, I would now to introduce our committee who put this Ramayan in the Park together by Herman Singh. He's the director for the Ramayan in the Park. Dr. Dan Paul G. I got Dan G. Prasad. I got Chandradat, Ina Prasad. We got Val Singh, Suraj Singh. We got Kim Shankar. Okay. Also, we got Sarah Rupnarayan. And now I will bring on Japit Singh, who had a presentation from the Public Advocate Office, Giovanni William, and he gonna tell you a little more. And I want to acknowledge a few people here. By Roshan, who's here, whenever we need him for the Pago Parade, for song system, coordinate, and when we had the lockdown, and we had to put a program together by video and everything. He is the one who put it all together free of cost. And also my good friend here, Lakshmi Singh from the Diwali motorcade is here too. I want to acknowledge him. Now I'll pass this mic over to Japit Singh, who worked with the Giovanni William office.
Namaste, Sita Ram, everybody. First and foremost, I love coming to this event. It's my third year actually in a row, and I wanted to come especially today because myself and Acharya Gossai have a very special relationship. He's always been there for the community, and this event in particular, I get to see two things. I get to see him in a turban, so me and him kind of match, right? And second, today, man, if this man doesn't have a chance at marriage, man, people like me and Rusa, we have no chance at all, bro. But it's amazing to see him out of the mandir because we get to. He's shared with not just his congregation, but all of us outside the congregation that may not have a chance to see him every week. So thank you so much for your tremendous service, and all the organizers here, thank you so much for give them a big round of applause. So my name is Japit Singh. A lot of you guys probably seen me in the past, but I represent the New York City Public Advocate Giovanni Williams, who wanted to come today, but he's on vacation. But we'll make sure he comes out for September, the one you guys have for celebrating Ganesh G, because we want to make sure the city, all levels of government, understand the West Indian community, understand the Hindu community, understand all South Asian communities, especially here in Southeastern Queens, Richmond Hill. So we have a few citations to honor the organizers, but also Acharya G as well. So we'll do the organizers first, and then we'll do Acharya G later. So we have Don G. Sundar, Chandradat. Suraj Paul Singh. Singh's in the house, let's go. Dr. Dan Paul Narayan, man, so he doesn't leave any citations, I love it. Congratulations. Saras Ram Narayan. Rupnarayan, I'm sorry. Val Singh. Oh man, you guys gotta add me to this committee too. Nirabali. Congratulations. Kim Shankar. Congratulations. Ina Prasad. Herman Singh. Congratulations, buddy. And two ladies that I would really like for, they play a big role in Arún's congregation. So I know they're not organizers, but I would love for Miss Lakshmi Singh to come up as well. And Miss Shivani Shu, who's already here. So these ladies are amazing. Please give them a round of applause as well.
or silently, but more so with his hands, he's doing work in the community, title or not. Give him a round of applause. And I'd also like to thank all of our Bhuvaneshwar Mandir Sevaks and Sevikas for all that they do on a constant basis to give Bhuvaneshwar Mandir that lift that it has. And this Ramayan the Park Organizers Committee, they all did very well. Give them a round of applause as well. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chuck. Thank you so much.
Thousands of people actually turn out to go to Schenectady. If you go today to Schenectady, you'll see many Guyanese. And why I mention that is because I like to acknowledge folks that support us. And by acknowledging people on the radio, it goes a far way. And so this evening I'd like to acknowledge Dharmacharya Chunilal Narayan, Pandit Dylan Budu, Pandit Vinesh, his last name is Holy Prasad, and Pandit Kumar Narayan, Pandit Navin Dubey, Pandit Narottam Narayan, Pandit Mahadev Dev Prasad, Pandit Niraj Ramsamuj, and Pandit, of course, Rakesh. Panditji's, of course, father and I were very good friends for a very, very long time. He used to come to the radio station and bring Ripudaman, Pandit Ripudaman Prasad to the radio station back in the days when he was alive. And we were very, very close. And so, as we continue, I'd also like to thank some other folks here. We'd like to thank the members of the Bhuvaneshwar Mandir. Please give them a big hand. Jenny and Naresh Haricharan, Prem, Rupchan Hardwar, Chandra and Anju Nath. Well, folks, I'm pretty sure lots of
तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाता जन मन मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे भारत भाग्य विधाता Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Thank you very much. And now we shall conclude with this Aarti.
Bow down. Vande. 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 Jai Sita.